Всем добрый вечер. Сегодня мы продолжаем Меморию. Собственно, продолжаем Меморию. Я думаю, за сегодня мы вряд ли закончим. Скорее всего... О, привет, Шарпи. Закончим мы ближе к следующему стриму. Итак, мы остановились на том, что мы случайно превратили кузнеца в этот самый... в камушек. Посох мы забирать не хотим.
Forget it.
Давай продолжим, если не шутишь. Так, что у нас там есть? Рисунок, темнота, маска, рубин, вино. Короче, куча всего. Найти третью тайную комнату. Обратить тьму в свет и дополнить символ на озере с помощью подручных средств. Тьму в свет. А, тьму в свет. Стой, вернись. Да куда ты без... Куда нам нужно? В лабораторию. По стаканчику. Так, у нас есть непонятная штука. Да-да. Можно? Чё? Так, сейчас, секунду. Тут свет мешает.
What do you want?
What do you want? Так примерно говорит, наверное. Ну дай ему. What? Что?
I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb.
Интересный момент. Привет, Квапис. Привет, Злой. Не знаю, на какой голову он там что делает. Так, у нас есть свет, и нам его нужно, знаете, куда? Туда. Мне кажется, что сюда. Привет, Тутеру. Витамин, привет. Оу. Оу.
The halls are thick. Huh?
А почему раньше она не трогала ничего?
I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me.
Привет, мяу-мяу.
I could petrify them all.
Угу.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for
Не
so
помню, мяу-мяу.
long.
Может быть и нет.
Please awaken me with your magic. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy. All of a sudden. All of.
Что он хочет от меня?
All of it. All of.
Ой.
Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's something you should know. Listen well,
Привет, Крафти.
and you will understand.
А, в карточную, наверное,
Once there
вечером,
was
да?
Saturn, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Djinn of Time, Nemoremnon. In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool. A mask. My mask. And I gave it to the creature, so that never again would anyone lose something so precious.
Weird.
Haunted, да. Haunted — это игра кооперативная на двоих. РПГшка такая, даже больше слэшер, наверное. Там она немного багованная, глючноватая, но тем не менее, как кооперативная фэнтези, пойдет вообще только так. Маска виртуальной реальности, да-да-да-да-да, Oculus Rift. Так, надо восстановить печать, пойти сходить. Идти вдоль реки, в зал драконов. Хорошо, хорошо. Да, там ценник не очень. Подземному озеру. Нужно как-то установить орнамент, но как, я не знаю. Очевидно, второй частью печати. Может быть, руду? Может быть, тут дух воды, и его надо тоже забрать. О! У меня есть вода. Руда, огонь, вода. Вообще-то у меня еще и воздух как бы есть. А что это? Завтык.
The drawing fits exactly.
Oh.
I feel a rhythm.
Ой, нет, игруля, не висай. А, подожди, 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 подожди. Опа! Сейчас, погодите. А, это, то есть, нет, да?
I see water. There's an odd in. That won't get me in. That won't get me in.
Дух льда замяукал.
That won't get me.
Да.
That won't get me. That won't get me.
У меня много всего, и я абсолютно не знаю, что с этим всем делать.
Is it possible to reverse the effect of the darkness? Yes. Now it's as
Опа. Как оно наобум все вообще выходит? О! Ну, ты знаешь, что делать.
Again, I can barely stay awake. Open my eye.
Чего он сказал? Открыть его глаза? Сейчас. Сори за задержку, тут у нас буянит. Так, что он сказал? Разбудить его опять? А, открыть его глаза.
You have returned. Here now, the second act of my tale. The history of the mask. The mask presents the creatures of the world a choice. Upon those who wear it and speak the ancient incantation written upon it, I bestow blessed forgetfulness, so that the pain of loss gives way to an unsullied new beginning. If the wearer speaks my true name, however, I appear to them and fulfill any wish they have. Whatever was lost, I recover from the depths of the past and bring into the present. Thus, over the years, the dead have awoken to new life, and kingdoms have shone with old glory. My beneficence was boundless, and in my mercy I have overwritten the tyranny of the Book of Time. Yes, it was my name that did all this. My name outshone everything. Not Nemeremnon, as the giants call me, but rather my true name, my secret name. Satinav sought to banish my name into oblivion. But again, I outwitted him. In the shadow of Los, I found the one place into which my master could not see. There I dug a hole, and in this hole I placed my name. And from my name grew a garden. Anyone who wore the mask and found the garden would also find my name. My name in my garden. The garden of eternal oblivion. The garden of my forgotten name.
Так, у меня вопрос. А где у нас третья комната? Кто-нибудь не может подумать? Интересный сюжет. Да, тут есть сюжет. Думаю, что не здесь. По диагнозе мы сделали все, что могли. В гостевой комнате тоже, наверное, ничего нет. Да. Может, надо на крыше поглядеть?
They're growing beautifully. They're growing I've never seen that, not even in the
Так, тут мы тоже уже все сделали. Обсерватории нет.
They would have immediately joined the army. Better not.
Найти 6 духов стихий. Расставить их в правильном порядке. 6 духов стихий. Вряд ли у нас в кровати какой-то дух стихии, конечно, будет. Какой-нибудь дух земли там. Не?
Yalla, come out.
Окей. Раз, два, три, четыре. Сколько всего, кто помнит? Такой кровати грех не поспать. Угу. Сколько их всего, надо посмотреть. 7. А у нас всего лишь 4. А это надо у старичка того спросить, короче. Какие там вообще, в принципе, руны? Огонь. И нашли уже. Воздух. Воздуха у нас нет. Льда нет. Воздух, лед. Руда. Все плохо.
Come out, whoever you...
Опа! О, ти, господи. Ледышку нашли. Элементально. Так, ладно. Дух руды огня воды. Так, подожди, дух руды есть. Дух земли есть. Так, подожди. Дух земли у нас есть. Дух руды у нас есть. Знак воды. Вода же у нас есть, да. Лед. Лед нашли. Воздух. Вообще-то у нас он должен быть. У нас должен быть воздух, потому что мы на нем летаем. Ну да ладно.
I don't even know. Now I can but further power them.
Так, я опять забыла последовательность. Давай спросим еще раз.
That rune stands for fire. That's clearly the symbol for air. That symbol represents ice. That symbol stands for water. That's probably the symbol for all.
Привет, Димас. Героини нет блокнотика, как у тебя. Да. Меня споить? Кто кого бы споил? Нет. Не знаю. Даже не знаю, кто кого споил бы лучше. Так, а как выйти теперь отсюда? Так.
There are 7 runes. I don't even know where. There are 7. I don't know how, but we're right in the center of Draco. Better not. No, I don't see it. I'd rather.
Вопрос.
He was turned into. I suppose the spell isn't very. Another time, perhaps. No, I can't. What would I do with a pile of glitter? Even if it were useful. I've never trusted. I'll only transform him back. In the meantime, I learned to...
Такая штука непонятная.
No.
Что не то? А что это не то? Шесть расставь. А, ну 6. Мы же нашли 6. 4, 5. А, нет. Раз, два, три, 4, 5. Ну, можно сказать, что это 6.
Now that's... I don't see it.
А где же их расставить-то правильно надо? Скребок.
It appears to... It doesn't seem to...
Я тоже так могу.
Why is it so...
The Library of Draconic Writing in this...
Так, тут нам делать нечего. Тут нам делать нечего.
They would have immediately... Who built these halls again? There's nothing else.
Делать нечего, пора идти в кровать, да... Не.
Come here.
He won't listen to you. You're complete.
At least I didn't let them...
Заткнись, невезучий.
He isn't reacting. Perhaps he's a higher... I don't want to get too... I won't fly there until I can't lose...
Самый сложный. Будем надеяться, что да. Может, ему...
I think I can...
Не хочет идти.
I don't want to get... I won't fly...
Я понял. Вся суть только там. Да. Огонь, воздух, потом был лед. Вода, руда, земля. Вода. Руда. Земля. Садимся на нашу табуреточку.
You're back.
Золото.
Awaken me, and we can...
Сейчас все будет. Слушаем конец
There's
истории.
one more thing you must understand. My garden and the surreal miracle of which it is capable. Oh, how I love it. My garden, with my name. How singular it is. How beautiful. And how jealous it makes Satinav. Yes, he hates it. He hates it so much that he separated it from your world. He hates that he cannot see into it, that he doesn't know what happens there. Whenever someone enters my garden, his quill pauses, and a page in his book, in which all else is written, remains blank. He hates it so much he decided that nothing that happens inside it can have any consequence for the world outside. Go in and break a branch, go out, and in the eyes of the world, it was never broken. But whisper what happened in the garden into Satinav's invisible ear, and he will add it to his book of truth. Only then do these actions become reality and the branch broken. Tell him what you will. If he believes you, then every word becomes true. But woe unto you if he learns that you have lied. Then he'll show his true face. He'll pursue you, and he'll tear you to pieces. For he is old, jealous, and depraved. Only I am great. Sadya, you've come so far. Embark on the final leg of your journey. Follow the path from Draconia down to Satinav's watching pillar. There, I'll appear to you, and if you wish, show you my garden. My garden. My name. My great mercy.
I didn't understand that bit with the branch.
You mean the garden?
I mean everything. The garden, the mask. I couldn't really follow all that. Could you?
I
Вот
didn't think it hard to
мужик
follow.
за чатик.
The Garden of Oblivion. Why does every word become true there?
As far as I understood it, it's because Satinav doesn't know what happens in the garden. But he has to know it in order to write it down in the Book of Time.
Does everything have to be in that book?
Apparently. In any case, his ignorance makes him furious. That's why he made sure that everything that happens in the garden doesn't affect the outside world until someone tells him about it. What would be a good example? Let's say you take a ring into the garden and enchant it there, alright?
All right.
As soon as you leave the garden, the spell vanishes.
Why?
Because you enchanting the ring isn't written in the Book of Time. And if it isn't written in the Book of Time, it didn't happen. Only once you talk about it outside the garden.
And Satinav hears me.
And Satinav believes you, only then will he open his book and write, Geron went into the Garden of Oblivion and enchanted Brida's ring. And then the ring is enchanted.
What if I lie?
Well, if Satinav believes you, then the lie becomes true. At least, until he finds out that you lied. Something tells me he doesn't like being manipulated.
You got all that from the journal?
I thought it was obvious.
Хорошо.
What can the mask do again?
It presents you with a decision. If you wear it and speak the formula on the inside, you lose all your memories. But if you speak the name of the Djinn of Time, he appears to you and brings a piece of your past into the present.
Окей, я все понял.
I guess I sort of understand, but by the 12 the world was mad back then.
Oh, nonsense. On the contrary, back then it was full of real magic. A mask that brings back the past, a garden that makes lies the truth. Compared to all that, the miserable hocus-pocus we know today is nothing.
Keep reading. Oh no. What comes next?
Someone else added something here in the margin. After my princess learned the way to the garden, she came to me one last time. The staff!
I don't know what awaits me there, but I will go to the Garden of Oblivion. I have to know what Kasim wanted there.
Be my guest. I wouldn't dream of standing in the way of your madness.
I want to apologize to you. You always wondered why I freed you from the burial chamber. Well, I needed an audience. Someone who would observe all my deeds and remember them forever. I only needed to impress you enough, and you would have never forgotten me. I used you.
And why are you telling me this now?
It's the garden. It scares me.
Scared? You?
The Djinn of Time is a wrathful being. Also, I could be playing into Kasim's hands there. I'm afraid I'll never come back out, and the world will forget me forever.
Oh, that won't happen. No. You're a wonderful woman. If I had knees, I would have proposed to you a long
Ой,
time
какой
ago.
милый.
I thought you wanted to impress me.
You hated me a moment ago, and now you're in love with me?
Huh. What makes you think that? You're the last woman I would fall in love with. The woman I would fall in love with is dangerous and unpredictable. Mysterious. Moody.
That sounds just like me.
No. The woman I would fall in love with is so calculating and devious that I could never trust her. But you, Shahrazad, I trust you now. For whatever reason that may be.
The Air Mage already declared his willingness to come along to the Flying Fortress as an observer. I asked him to take you on board with him.
What? Now that we are finally friends, you're going to send me to my death just like that?
If I survive the garden and make it to the battle, I want to fight alongside you.
Then please survive. I do not want to wind up in the nether hells all by myself.
You won't.
I'm serious, Shahrazad. If you don't come out, then I'll come and get you.
Don't worry. It doesn't matter how hopeless my situation is. I always have something up my sleeve. I'll be back soon.
Пент. Да ладно, все
Right.
норм будет.
There we are. It seems to be. It seems to.
То есть вот это тебя не впечатлило, да, что там на нем появилось что-то?
Nothing happened. Better not. Nothing happened. First, I should make sure I...
Веревочку. Табуретка, лол.
You really did come. Put on. And dream of my name.
Касим.
What an honor. My ruby on the holy mask of the Djinn of Time. Satya, really? Now all I lack is the name of the Djinn.
As if I would ever tell you that.
Oh, you don't need to. Have you forgotten that we're in the garden?
Она
of
забыла,
Oblivion?
что мы саду
Everything
забвения.
that happens
Логично.
here will only be real if someone tells Satinav about it. My servant will simply claim that I found you here and tortured you until you finally told me the name. No actual blood and only one little lie. But the lie will be truth in the eyes of the world. I'll leave this place, and it'll be as if you really had revealed the name. But shh! Keep it between us.
I will find you, and I will destroy you.
Of course you will.
There you are. I thought you were going to abandon me. Let's get out of here.
Halt! One move and you're dead.
Oh.
Climb back into the hole. Now!
You're a girl of the streets, am I right?
Shut your mouth.
Yes, you are. You're not tattooed. Kasim has always loved playing with destitute little girls.
Shut your mouth.
Why are you trembling? Shouldn't I be the one who is afraid?
Kazim said I should kill you if you don't obey.
Really?
Don't make me do it.
Ну давай.
Go on. Shoot.
This is my last warning. Jump into the hole.
You told the world that Kasim tortured me, and that I told him the name of the Jinn as a result.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth right now.
I wasn't tortured at all.
You can't prove that.
Do you see any wounds?
Why won't you just do as I tell you?
What did you tell Satinav? How did Kasim torture me? Huh?
I'm going to shoot you.
Do it. Kill me.
I can't.
Oh. You can't kill me. At least not out here. You said that I died in the garden, didn't you?
Stop it!
But then, how can I be standing here, talking to you?
Ой!
By the gods! Where did she go?
Satinav tore the girl to pieces.
Oi.
With that, he corrected the course of things. The prince no longer knew the name of the Jinn of Time, and Saja was once again free. My air spirit took
она
her to
вообще
the
была ни
flying
при
fortress
чём.
and then reported back to me. Although it's impossible for him to lie, I advised him to be careful with his report. Every event that took place in the garden must be told as close to the truth as possible in order not to play into the hands of the garden's twisted logic. That ends the entry.
Is that all?
Right at the end, there's something on the last page.
What's that shouting outside?
I'll look.
Да вообще
Yeah.
пент.
The Ptolemies have been spotted in the forest.
Кого?
The town is preparing to hunt them down.
This on top of everything else.
This time, the army and the School of Arcane Combat are involved too.
Can you try to stop them?
I'll see what I can do.
Книжку отдай! Надо было что-то написано. Блин. Надо было быстро прочитать, что написано, и все.
The whole forest is swarming. We should split up. How's your wing?
Fine.
Good. Then you can search the forest. We'll meet back here.
Yes.
Nuri, this is your old waterfall.
Yes, that's right.
Мне кажется, совсем скоро все забудет. Пятая глава пройдена.
I haven't ordered a halt, Ryder. What's going on? Why aren't the troops moving?
If we search farther inland, we'll get too far from the town. Andagast would be at the Ptolemies' mercy with no protection.
But what if they escape us?
Old tracks indicate that they're staying nearby. I think it would be better to hold our position and follow a few select paths, rather than move haphazardly towards the Oakwood.
All right. I'll give you some time. But if we haven't found a new trail by then, we'll do as I say. Until then, this is your responsibility.
Understood.
Книжку отдай.
How do you know if one of the groups has found something?
A messenger runs from group to group with a torch.
How can I recognize him?
You can't. He's carrying an enchanted scroll that is visible. That way, we can find him without trouble. But no...
What was that?
He runs from group to group. He carries an
I want to help with the search. Is there a trail?
Well, the Tulamids were here until recently. But we don't know in which direction they fled. You should leave everything to... It's too dangerous here.
Ryder?
Talk to me if you have something to say. Ryder has finally answered my call. I expect her to get back to her...
I won't disappoint.
I advise...
I'm supposed to...
Blasted hot. Whoever it was who tell them that nobody... Unless they excel next year as well as Brad.
I hope you...
I'm certain. Hey, don't touch that. The whole camp...
Хорошо, хорошо. О, кентачуис. А вон он посыльный.
Is he here somewhere? Sarath?
Well, if it isn't Garon. I haven't seen you since last winter. If I remember correctly, that was shortly before the seer vanished. How have you been since, you old rascal?
Has your group found any trace?
We know that they came past here once, going east or west to east. We can't investigate either because we were ordered to hold our position. I hate sitting around with them.
To be honest, I don't know... Is the messenger...
He was here. Perhaps, unlike the mages, I can't see...
There are new or...
Whatever they may be, I can't only from the that's a safety me...
I'll keep looking.
Farewell.
He must be someone.
Посыльный. Здоровки.
Are you the messenger?
Unfortunately, yes. Right now, I just want to sleep.
If you're so tired, just let me do this.
I can't. I signed up for this job, and I'll finish it. As long as nothing unexpected gets in the way, I'll manage.
Don't just sit around.
I've just been to... I've earned a break.
What's the deal with this?
It's a magic. The mages can see it gleaming in the dark, and...
What's written on it?
Nothing. All the orders have to go through me. That makes me one of the most important.
Sweet dream.
I'm trying not to.
Still awake?
More or less.
Sweet dreams.
I'm trying not...
Невидимый посыльный оказался не таким уж невидимым. Ну да, ну да.
It's definitely...
Ну я понял, я с ним не поговорю.
You again? Right. That's your specialty. Catching vermin. Then let's see what you can do.
Have you found any trace of the Tulamids?
No. And we won't... We were already here before the...
Не, мы ж мирные.
Had crept in the direction...
Where do I find...
Maybe he's here. Only one thing's for... Go back to catch...
Good luck to you.
Снова ты.
Still awake?
More or less.
If you're so...
I can't. I signed up as long as...
Don't just sit...
I've just been... I've earned a...
Sweet dream.
I'm trying...
Мужик мирный, а женщина всех убивает. Ну, вот такие дела.
Hey! Have you found anything?
In this part of the forest? Originally, we were two groups. Maybe we'll have more...
There are new...
Boy.
No, ma'am.
Then I can't...
I'm looking for the...
He was here.
Is he still...
I don't know.
Good luck. They say the messenger carries... Nuri should be back by now.
Hello!
I can't let on. The troops probably knew. Did you find them?
No, I don't even know.
We have to hurry. You almost forgot.
That's my
You haven't lived here.
I haven't?
No, you live with me.
Right.
On your next round, I want you to...
Which one?
Ой, ты ж...
Start in the mud. Over the river.
Я понял.
To the rock.
All right.
Сейчас будем все записывать.
Geron!
Ау!
Geron! There's a little girl sitting in the branches of a tree.
Where exactly?
Close to the river. A man and a woman are standing. Can I try to distract them?
Попробуй.
Try it.
Good.
Блин, что-то мне не нравится все это дело.
Did you hear that?
Catch me if you can.
Don't let yourself get distracted. 2 men follow her.
Yes, ma'am.
They're boring. 2 of them chased me to the river.
Rats.
You're welcome.
Так. Если не великий рандом, да.
They say the messenger... Still awake?
More or less.
Sweet dream.
I'm trying.
Still awake?
More or less.
If you're so...
I can't. I signed up as long as...
Don't just...
I've earned up.
Ну он-то не побывал еще везде. Чувак мне врет. Опять к скале пошел.
Where is... They say the messenger can...
А мы, кстати, сюда еще не ходили.
It needs to be tied down on both backs. Nothing to be done.
Нормально? А ты сделай ненормально, ты же умеешь.
Hey, come out of there. You aren't the messenger. By the 12, how much longer?
You look
upset. We've been waiting for him, but the messenger bet if you see him, send him.
Во!
Good luck.
Хорошо.
Thanks.
Надо ему сказать. Давай. Мяу-мяу. С коньяком лучше кофеечек.
Still awake?
More or less.
Have you been to the...
I'd hope nobody would notice. That's so far off the beaten track, I thought I could...
Well, the group leaders...
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Пошел на болотко, смотри. Ой, он, кажется, там пропал.
What is it?
Has the messenger...
Yes, but there was nothing new. I told him he can go to the Nameless One and chased him off. What is it?
Good news.
There are bad news. I can send me them.
Do you think that...
No, nobody would. And if they did...
Good luck.
Thanks.
Кого я смотрю?
Nuri said that Fai's daughter is hiding up there, but I can't check as long as there's... Hey! I'm looking...
He was here and instruct...
Is he still...
I don't know.
Good luck. I still have...
Be quick about it.
What was that?
He runs from group. He carries an...
Is there any...
Except that the Ptolemies start...
I hope you find those monsters.
I'm certain we will.
А, уведомления, да там просто они приходят.
I can't let on what I'm... The troops probably knew why they moved up.
Да я не шму говорю, не?
Nuri, I need you... Can you try to lure the search party?
Get on, they won't. There are too...
Ну, не знаю, что делать. Нет, просто СК-2 никому не платит. Да, дай мне...
Have you been in...
Yes, that went fine.
The group leader in the marshlands was asking about...
All right, all right. Fortunately, the...
They say the messenger carries it. Nothing yet again. He certainly isn't here, otherwise they would have found him.
What is it?
How's the mess?
Yes, but there was nothing. I told him he can go to... What is it?
Is there anything...
New? This is a bulk. We've searched. The Ptolemies definitely did.
Is there anything...
New? This is the...
Good luck.
Thanks.
Как его здесь нет, когда он пошел на болото?
He's not here. The bottom is muddy. I'd better not take any risks. Still awake?
More or less.
If you're so...
I can't. I signed up as long as nothing unexpected.
The group leader in the marshlands was that?
All right. Fortunately.
It's too steep. No one can... I still have...
Be quick about.
Is there anything...
Except that the Ptolemies.
What was that?
He runs from... He carries an...
I hope you've...
I'm certain.
I'm here to keep them from searching, not to equip them.
Да не, не раздавать им нужно.
That won't work.
Сломай его.
That doesn't need...
Сломай его полностью.
Still awake?
More or less.
The group...
All right. Fortunate.
Сарсуэлла.
Hey! Found anything?
The other part, and my people are...
There are new...
Boy,
No, ma'am.
then I can't...
I'm looking for...
He was here and instructed...
Is he still...
I don't know.
Good luck.
Please talk to my commander.
Nuri said that, but I can't... It's too steep.
Hey! Fahi!
They're not here.
Нет, не знала.
What luck. Nothing yet again.
Hello!
I can't let on. The troops probably...
Fahi! Where are...
I can't let on... Nuri, Can you try to look...
Get on, they are too...
Что делаем? Что делать надо? Кто знает?
I said, don't.
I still have...
Be quick about.
What was that about the... I'm...
You again?
Still...
No. If those rats had crept in...
Good luck to you. He must be somewhere. So rather
Garon?
is there any...
Except that the Ptolemies came by here, but...
I'll keep look.
Farewell.
Получить полномочия. У меня есть идея. У меня есть великая идея. Сейчас все будет. Наверное. Я знаю. Я знаю, что надо сделать-то, господи. Это же элементарно. Лол. Сейчас мы это сделаем. Сейчас прям... Дуй на болото. Я понял. Да. Ядрить тебя налево. Ломай. Хо-хо-хо-хо. Ха-ха, мы просто как доктор зло. Как? Подожди, как ты прошел? Нет, почему? Почему он прошел? Он не должен был пройти. Блин. Но! Ты что тут где был?
Still awake?
More or less.
The group leader in the mob.
All right. Fortunately, the...
Как он проходит без...
Well then.
Ха-ха. Не-не-не-не, план сработал, все отлично вообще. У-ху.
Hey. There are new orders.
Boy, is this man...
He's carrying the messenger's...
That's enough for... What are the orders?
Your group is supposed to break off the
Along the river? We just... Well, all right, but I'm not going to abandon this. You stay here, boy. Shout if you see...
Yes, ma'am.
Так, у нас остался один пацан. Надо его отвлечь.
That's one.
Надо всех туда сдвинуть.
Sir Rath.
Garon?
I've been... There are new...
I don't... Look. And how am I supposed to... Stop trying to lead me...
I'll keep look...
Farewell.
Nuri, can you try to lure the...
Nana, here I am.
What? Who's there? Hey! Come quick!
Hurry up, I'll be gone soon.
Hey! Where are you? Just wait.
Прекрасно.
He's gone.
Well done.
Знаете, мы давно не сохранялись с вами, ребят.
You can come down.
Where's Papa?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
He's at the waterfall. You really do have a talking way. I found Fahi and sent him to the water. There are a lot of people.
I'll try to smuggle the girl through. Maybe Bryda can help me.
Hurry! Those hunters seem to be smarter than you.
Well, the troop, your strategy. I'll give you... You again. Your little get lost.
Wait, maybe...
He's been creeping. You probably aren't aware that you have assets. I don't ever want to see you around. Out. And now back. Don't disappoint.
This is... Bryda has to move the troops so the path to the water... But how do I tell... Nothing happened. Obviously. Why? Won't work. That won't.
Да я не знаю зачем. Ну зачем мне будет? Ой, я случайно нажал.
He's not here either.
Так, ну уж нашли.
The spell won't do it. Not before I've...
У меня есть фонарь.
They just kicked me out again on this. I'll have to find a... It's just like I...
Фонарем-то посвети.
The fabric is too thick to shine a light. I'll just make a...
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything I taught you about the high art of strategy? If I didn't know better, I'd think you were delaying us on purpose.
But what if they really did summon a demon? Demons are chaotic entities. They don't act according to our rules. We need to be prepared for anything.
All right. But be aware that you're walking a very fine line. I gave you the command solely out of my belief in your skills. I can take it away from you just as easily. The future of our kingdom is at stake.
As if this stinking hole ever had a future.
This is your last chance. What's your next order?
I have to give her a sign somehow. I can't reach them.
Don't push your luck.
This is the situation. We have no eyes on the northern forest, but we can't move too far from the town and risk leaving it unprotected. I suggest sending out a couple of scouting parties. Andra's group should move out of the region north of the stones and head for the oak wood.
That would create a gap in our position. It would be easier to sneak past us.
But the town would be safe. There's a lot of fear and anger amongst the troops. We shouldn't mindlessly risk our safety.
Fine. I'll give the order, but if I find out that this is a deliberate attempt to confuse us, then may the gods have mercy on you. It would be an act of high treason, and I don't want to see your head under an axe.
Don't worry. It won't come to that.
Don't worry.
Made it.
Be happy. Made it. Made it. Изи игра, ты не говори.
Garon, wait.
What do you do?
I'm sorry I'm causing you so much trouble.
Oh, nonsense. We have a problem. A second search party is supposed to go towards the waterfall. I'm ordered to lead it.
Oh no, that's where Fi is.
Yes. I'll try to lead them astray, but it won't be easy. Stay calm. I'll take care of the rest. This isn't quite as exciting as the Gorian desert, but still, I'll see you.
Ты что нам
I
сказал?
hope she knows what she's doing.
I must say, Giacomo didn't promise too much. You're a true hero, Garon.
Может, ты нам сразу заклинание отдашь без загадки своей тупой?
Ryder's search party is still nearby. We have to be careful.
When the night is over, we'll leave Andergast. The weather is much too cold, and the people know nothing about hospitality.
What about our deal?
The deal is off.
What?
Что?
I mean that you no longer have to solve the riddle.
О, Господи, слава Богу.
You saved my daughter. That's more than I ever asked of you.
Does that mean you'll change Nuri back?
Yes, that is... No.
Что?
I won't do it. He will.
Oh no.
Don't worry. He's a friend.
Don't shoot, we are friends.
I think it's time to stop playing hide and seek.
Это же Касим?
Who are you? Oh, you've long suspected, haven't you? Once a man, and a magic staff, and
Подожди,
now,
это посох?
somehow both. I look terrible, but not half as terrible as the things I've seen.
Why are you here in Andergast? What are you looking for here?
To understand that, you need to know how
Давай, вещай, красавчик.
Garon is no longer involved in our business, I'm afraid.
Really? Pity.
Мне тоже интересно.
The dreams aren't Satya's memories. They're yours.
Quite right. That's why I couldn't
Да,
show
просто
anyone
теперь есть
what
колени,
happened
чтобы на них
to
встать.
me.
Я тоже об этом подумала.
All day long on a laboratory table, feeling sorry for myself.
What's so special about the ruby?
It was sacred to my princess, and thus also to me.
Ой, какой он все-таки милый.
It's the key to the mask. We may still need it.
You petrified all the people.
Correct. Fahi and I have an agreement. He helps me solve the riddle, and I protect him from unfriendly rabble. That grey-haired mage, on the other hand, I petrified solely out of self-preservation. He stole my princess's ruby.
How have you lived so long?
Even in this shape, I'm still an indestructible magic staff. Time alone won't kill me. And I had a great
Но рука у него, кстати, нормальная.
in which no one wanted to kill me. To say nothing.
Мяу, мяу, ну ты...
What's going on with Satya's story? Why do I keep dreaming about it?
There is a hole at the end of her story, and Fahi is helping me fill it. Her tale has not yet ended, and I'm here to change that.
I've had enough of it. I want you to... How can you do that?
I learned it in the astral currents. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All we lack is the bird.
Что? Вот тут сюжет, иди отсюда.
Nuri, you're just in time. We did it.
What?
The staff. I mean, this man. He was the staff. Whatever. He will change you back into a fairy.
Why into a fairy? And who are you, anyway?
Ой, боже.
It was nice meeting you.
Ну, нет, нет, куда? No, please.
Did you hear that?
There's somebody at the waterfall.
Garon.
Блин, вот.
Take care of it.
No, don't, please.
Что
So
за...
many people have been petrified.
Do you want us all to die?
No, Nuri, do something, but don't spill any blood.
No blood, and no petrified attackers. Your wish is my command.
Браво! Браво, посох!
Too late. More have been transformed.
There! The Tulavid is stuck in one of the pillars.
Oh, he's trying to hide.
Smash him!
I don't think so.
Brider?
Вот это поворот!
Garon, can you hear me? No. You're safe now. Let me show you the final chapter in Satya's journey.
Давай.
It's important that you understand what happened back then. That you understand me. 2 days after the Flying Fortress had left Draconia, we finally reached the battlefield. Or as the clerics preferred to call it, the vestibule of the Nether Hells.
So this is where they took you. I've been looking
Блин,
for you
тебя
for
закрыли.
days. Another hit. I better hurry. It's firm.
Ну хоть булаву возьми. Так, что еще есть? Лоза.
No, it's totally. I need something.
Да сейчас все будет.
Doesn't work. I need.
Потяжелее. Ты издеваешься?
The cabinet is too sturdy. Now that's just.
Тебя...
I don't much. The gap is too wide to jump, and the wall is. The vine is too short. The vine is too short. It's hanging.
Ну, мечом поддень.
I can't get the... It's behind.
Толсто... Ну, булавой-то можно разбить толстое стекло? Ну, наверное, я надеюсь.
No. If the floating stone...
Вход, оружейная стойка.
I could push it. The weight of the rack might be able to yank open, but I have to make sure.
Так, сделать стойку потяжелее и привязать лозу.
I'll tie one.
А второй. К оружейной стойке. Прекрасно. Теперь вставь булаву сюда. В булаве вставь длинный меч. Можно. А. Они же длинные, я надеюсь, там можно?
The scabbard is just a tiny bit too short.
Печалька. Может быть, уже достаточно просто.
I could push it.
Туда.
The weight of the rack might, but I have to make sure.
Еще тяжелее. У меня есть сюрикен.
I should forget trying.
Да я не хочу разбить, я хочу поддеть.
No, no.
Да? А! Ну, бери-ка.
No, I need...
Все нормально. Ножны короче, чем меч, правильно? Значит, меч должен быть длиннее. Клади. Что значит не... Он издевается надо мной. Кидай сюрикен в алебарду.
I should forget trying to hit. I don't even know. There's no space for... The weapons rack is now connected to the cabinet door.
Не, в стекло нельзя.
No.
Мы разобьемся.
I can't reach.
Угу.
I should forget trying to...
Булаву кидай.
None of the weapons are long enough.
Блин, что значит длинная? Кидать можно?
None of the weapons are... None of the weapons...
Кидать не слабо?
A glass case. It look... I can't reach... It's hanging.
Да поддень ты его тупо.
I can't get the blade around the corner to cut through the loops.
Не может завести за уголок.
I should forget trying.
Да ты... Высоко.
No.
Меч положить мы не можем.
I'd rather not.
Что? Ой, не издевается надо мной. У меня еще венцо есть. И бинт.
I can't lose. No, that won't lead to any. I can't lose. No, I don't even know. There's barely any alcohol. There's barely. I don't much. I mustn't lose. Now that's just. Now that's just.
Мне тоже уже не хватает воображения.
I can't read.
Твинопента.
range, but perhaps I can use it to...
Что? Длинный меч с сюрикеном? Джейки просто. Офигительная вещь.
It's heavier.
Набрала меч за лезвие, но он же тупой. Она, она сама сказала, что, короче, он слишком тупой. Такая тупая. И такая красивая. Блин, еще тяжелее. Куда еще тяжелее? Может, щит в проем теперь попробовать положить. Сама она тупая. Делай не из одного щита. Я не спорю. И булаву возьми, она пригодится тебе. Не робит. Что? Булава и ножны для меча соединились? Как это возможно? Как? What? Опасная конструкция. Сам ты опасная конструкция, блин. А чё прыгнуть туда не... Не! Можно я... Серьезно? Алебардой неудобно, блин, замахиваться? Она говорит, что алебардой неудобно замахиваться. Ну, поменяй алебарду. Алебардой неудобно замахиваться. Она за компоненты дронный коллайдер соберет. Так, булавой удобно замахиваться, я надеюсь. Ну так разбивай. Это все? Все? Бери все. Нам нужен только посох отсюда. С локтя разбить, с ноги лучше. Знаешь, там с вертушки. Так. Щит повесь. Так. Тяжелый меч. Длинный меч. Алебарду. И булаву. Толкай.
I could push it.
Дверь с петель просто.
Charizard, at last. Where have you been?
There's no time to explain. We're in the middle of the war, and Kasim is about to take over the fortress.
Все надо облить вином и поджечь.
To keep him out of the flotation chamber. But who knows how long...
A flotation chamber, princess?
It's the heart of the flying fortress. Kasim believes that if he alters one of the floating crystals the way the researcher changed my ruby...
A complicated plan for us, but you'll stop.
You can count on...
Так, ну... Наверное, нам нужно активировать парящий кристалл.
Awaken the floating crystal. Thanks.
You're welcome, princess.
Ой, какой ты милый, господи. Дверь выдержала, вместе с сейфом улетела. Да, я тоже сначала подумала, что она так улетит.
You finally reached your goal.
Yes, but the...
Мужичка убили опять.
Looks like we've...
Kasim did this.
Ой-ой-ой-ой. Да у него тут убивали-то.
Ariakos,
You've come too late.
do you still have my dagger?
It's hanging on my belt.
Она сделает
I've
«Уа!»
tried to... It was as if the gods refused to do it. As if they had turned them.
So it's come. Now even the gods punish me.
Блин.
Then all that's left to me. What?
You'll have to touch him if you want to enchant him.
First the gods and now this? Then that's how it'll have to be.
You can't, in all seriousness, intend to go into battle armed only with a dagger.
As if it had ever been any other way. He's got a quill. Not a great substitute for...
Сойдет.
He's still carrying... He's got nothing left.
И пояс давай вместе с остальным.
He's much...
No, I'll fight him. He has humility.
Давай, Мэмэ. А можно ножичком открыть?
I'd rather not.
Как ты проще не умеешь делать? Печаль.
That can't be. I'm on the wrong.
Ну ты не на том.
I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong. I can't reach him from. I'm on the wrong. I can't hit it with anything. It's too.
Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту.
My spell only works on plants and small animals.
The spell only works on living. I'd rather not. I can't. Now that's. That won't lead. That won't lead to it. No, that won't lead. I can easily. No, that'll.
Я понимаю, что нам нужно сделать прощу. Нет, оно так. О.
Dares disturb me?
Who do you think?
Satya. You're alive.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh, girl, leave me in peace.
I can't reach.
Я могу в него кидаться камнями, короче.
Who do you
Давай еще. Последний остался.
This ends now. Watch, Satya, as I subjugate this chamber to my will forever.
Princess, I have some...
Ну, наконец-то, мужик-то! А раньше у тебя этого не было?
You can't overcome him. As long as he has that, its power is fed by the main...
What if I switched off the...
Then he'll become... Take this key, for the... He's becoming more...
Thank you.
Ядрить, мужик, вот ты до этого не мог мне ключ дать? Мы адаптируемся, блин.
We're in the lower chamber of the left tower. I'll show you all. I will heal the land that you have forsaken. Nothing happened. No. It's not a real suit of... Nothing's moving. We're in the up... What happened?
I drained the stone's power. The tower must have sunk a bit in the process. Go outside and
The weapon is firmly at... I guess I'll have to make do with... I'll show you. I will fight like...
You shouldn't get too close.
Вот табуреточка наша любимая. Ты голову можешь ему обратно поставить? Это его голова больше. Ну это его голова-то.
It's not a real... The spell only... The spell only worked. What happened to the...
When you extinguish the crystal above, the exit is now closed. If you want to leave.
Не вижу связи, да?
You shouldn't get too close. The tower. The tower is down.
Спасибо.
Now it's awake again, and up.
The tower is up at...
А, ну все-таки можно вот так пройти, да?
Nothing.
А можно зажечь свет, например?
That only works with...
О, как тут все запущено?
I can't get close enough. Kasim's arms are...
Take care of the small crystals first. You won't reach...
I'm on the wrong... I can't get... Kasim's arms are... First they tunneled through the center and then grew all up... I'll show you all. If the demons win because of your
Kasim's presence. You must touch the crystal with your own hand. You shouldn't get too close.
Должна прикоснуться рукой, но прикасаться лучше не стоит. Зашибись.
I can't get Kasim's ship.
If you extinguish the, perhaps you'll finally be.
I'm on the wrong level. I'm on the wrong. No, no. That won't lead to... No. No, I can't lose... I mustn't lose sight of...
The tower is down. When you extinguish the crystal above, the exit is now if you want to leave.
If I whack the crystal, it might come loose. If I whack the crystal, it... If I whack... Let's see what happens if I... The belt yanked the crystal off the pedestal. It'll stay down here.
The tower.
Be gone!
Kazim's arms appear to be unfazed by the sacred dragon.
Be gone!
Kazim's arm.
Может, просто ножичком?
They grow back together in an If that's what... I'll show you I will... Ah!
Princess, What's wrong?
He's in my head.
Has your past caught up to you?
Don't let him confuse you. It's only a game. None of it is real. Try to think about what you really see, and the deceit will vanish. It's only an Tell me what's...
Here is... a torch bracket. Here is...
Вот это крепление... Нет, это...
A suit of armor. Here is... a torch bracket.
Нет.
Here is... a torch
Что-то из этого
bracket.
крепления для факела, я поняла.
In this... a torch bracket. Here is a torch bracket. Here is
То есть мы все попробовали.
torch bracket.
И не то, да?
Here is a suit of armor. Here is a
Так, давайте вернемся в предыдущую башню. Посмотрим, что там. Вот смотрите, здесь у нас, значит, факел, доспехи, ничего, нет, панель, статуя и ничего. А если мы вот сюда сходим?
The arms sense the magic of the crystal in your pocket. Better not get too close.
Блин, и чё, мне теперь наугад все это рисовать? Ну хорошо, давайте хотя бы здесь запомним, что у нас тут ничего, статуя, доспехи, панель, факел.
no secret. In this place is nothing. Here is a statue. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a shield. Here is a torch bracket. That I don't need. My. In this a torch bracket. Here. A shield. Here is a suit. Here is a here is nothing.
Не понимать. И главное...
It's only just out of my reach. I need to get it closer and far. I can't lose my head. There must...
and I'll deprive it of its power.
They're soft. Perhaps these things are only made...
Very nicely put. My spell only works on plants and... They're not easily diverted from their...
Only I need to get it. Oh, I.
Take care of the small crystals first. You won't reach the big one until...
Так, а где еще тогда остался? Что, ты запутался? Нам нужно вот эту головоломку распутать. Но я пока не вижу последовательности, какую нужно применить.
First, I need to...
Симметрично относительно чего? Как в предыдущей комнате я пробовала. А, симметрично ты имеешь в виду? Симметрично.
In this... Nothing. Here is... a statue. Here is... a suit of armor.
Злое, ты откуда знаешь?
Here is... a shield. Here is... a torch bracket.
Нет. Как в предыдущей комнате симметрично, значит наоборот, давай пробуем.
This place is a torch bracket. Here is a shield. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a statue. Here is nothing.
Нет. Ну я и симметрично сделал, тоже не подходит. Ну хоть подсказку какую бы дали, ну. Ну хоть на секундочку бы посветили. Вот смотри, вот ты запомнил пока, да, как там было? Запомнил. Давайте теперь вернемся в предыдущую комнату и посмотрим, как там. Чем отличается? Вот факел. Да, все очень плохо.
shield. Here is a statue. Here is a torch bracket. Here is nothing. Here is a suit of armor.
Это... Пацан — это доспех, девочка — статуя. Ну да, пробуем доспехи. Девочка — статуя. Остался факел, щит и ничего. У нас две одинаковые колонны и пальма. Ну, допустим, пальма — это крепление для факела. Ну, например. Что из них щи?
Here is a shield. Here is nothing.
Нет, не подошло. Так, смотри. Все, фигня, давай по новой. У нас есть блокнотик. Блокнотик. Значит, что у нас есть? Факел, может быть, факел, женщина, доспех, щит, ничего. Что там еще было-то? Факел, женщина, доспех, щит, ничего. Что там еще? Факел, женщина, доспех, щит, ничего. 5, что ли? А, ну 5, да. Факел, доспех, женщина, щит, ничего. Факел, женщина. Да тут до хрена комбинаций. А! Как я могу осмотреть другие комнаты, если я не могу вернуться в другие комнаты? Шаришь? Последний holy shit просто. Вот смотрите, вот так. Ну, короче, это, наверное, комбинации тут куча. Вот такой точно нет. Значит, ничего, женщина, доспех, щит, крепление, факел, короче. Такая уже есть. Пошли дальше посмотрим. Так, значит, факел, доспех, щит, женщина, ничего тоже есть. Что же делать-то с этими шупальцами? Может, их все-таки можно как-то? Нет.
The arms. Better not get...
Ладно, сейчас злой. Что ты там говоришь? Факел.
Here is a torch bracket.
Нет, факел.
Here is a statue. Here is here is nothing. In this place is a shield. Here is a torch bracket. Here is a stack. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a shield. In this place is nothing.
When I see you, I feel nothing. Нет, нельзя. Я только 2 комнаты могу проверить.
Here is a torch bracket. Here is a statue.
Ой, неправильно.
I'm on the wrong level. Here, here is a sheep. In this place is a suit. Here, here is nothing.
В левую?
First, I need to
Нет, так не можем. А вторую можем, но дальше не можем.
The arms. Better not get.
А можно кристалл куда-нибудь выкинуть?
That won't lead to. I'd rather.
О. Блин, можно. Так, значит, смотрите. Что у нас тут? Значит, ничего. Женщина. Щит. Доспех. И факел. Здесь факел. Честно, я не знаю, как нам это поможет. Ничего. Щит. Женщина. Факел, доспех. Значит... Вверх. Второй низ. А это значит третий вверх. Это был третий низ. Так, значит, внизу у нас всегда ничего, а там факелы. Значит, первый у нас факел. Всех трех внизу. Сейчас. Так, это доспех, щит, НЖ или факел, щит, доспех, ЖН. Ну-ка. Так.
Here is a tool. Here is a suit of armor. In this, a shield. Here, nothing. Here is that. Here, a torch bracket. Here is a shield. In this place is a here. Here is nothing.
Nothing. Сейчас. Nothing.
Here is
Тут точно.
a torch bracket. Here is a suit of in a statue. Here a sheep.
Что? Серьезно? Уху! Угадали! Дайте мне медали! Ой, боже ты мой! Привет, Войт! Молодец, Войт! Блокнотик рулит.
When you extinguish the crystal above, the tower came down. The exit is now.
Что значит закрыт?
When you extinguish the crystal, the exit is now.
Видишь, закрыт. Вот сюда. Что там вообще произошло? Вот этим смотреть. Так, они все опустились.
Take care of the small crystals. You won't reach the big one until his shield.
Но я же... Погодите, я же... Не все кристаллы... А, вот надо. Вот этот еще отключить.
The tower is down.
Down and down. Включай.
When you extinguish the crystal, the exit is now. If you want to leave.
Но... Если я пробужу этот кристалл...
The tower.
Ничего хорошего не выйдет.
Take care of the small crystal. You won't reach the big one until...
Да какой я кристалл-то оставила? Подождите. Ну, тут на башенке, да, есть кристалл. Один в первой башне. Если мы его отключим, мы не можем выйти.
The tower is down again.
Сюда мы выйти не можем. В левом коридоре у нас вот этот кристалл.
You shouldn't get too close.
Туда мы пройти не можем. У нас есть только один шанс. Пройти туда. Вниз первой башни можем сходить. Но наружу доступ назад. Признать, что с мечом и сюрикеном было сложнее, чем с колдуном. Да, вообще непонятно, почему это произошло. Это я вижу, что она поднялась. Но я не вижу, где еще один кристалл. Что тебя интересует? Если тебя интересует туманная комната, то мы ее прошли. А вот... Тома на уровне... Не на том уровне интеллекта мы, видимо. Так, кристалл. Можно через окно вылезти. Зачем? Кто знает, зачем можно вылезти через окно? Так, ладно. Значит, можно вылезать через окна. Хорошо. Ой, нет. Давайте попробуем включить кристалл. Все-таки.
The tower is down again.
Слева нам делать нечего.
interesting. The exit, if you want to.
Now that's just
У меня тоже воображение закончилось. Немного.
I don't much.
Есть одна мысль, может она подействует.
Catch.
Ага. Спасибо.
A little bit farther. That was that.
Спасибо. Так, значит, мы отключили здесь? Да, отключили. Прекрасно. Значит, идем сюда. Надо бы сохраниться. То там final boss, все такое. Да. Через окно выпрыгиваем. Выпрыгнули.
His protective shield is now.
Cut him loose, Prince.
With.
Обрубать. Сейчас подозрительно, да нет, все нормально.
That puts an end to your.
Чик.
Ow!
Ау. Бей посохом по голове сразу.
I suppose after all these years you've finally done it. You have defeated me.
Do you really think I spent the last 15 years thinking about nothing other than how to defeat you? You're even more vain than I thought.
I thought you wanted to outdo me.
I'm not here because of you. I'm here so my great deeds can go down in history.
What great deeds?
Don't even start.
As you wish. If words cannot injure you, take this.
Hey!
I thought I would let you win, but if that doesn't matter to you, then I might as well just destroy you.
Надо срочно что-то решать.
What do you really think?
Блин, нож у меня есть.
Struggle is much more rather.
Скипетр. Скипетр.
You can know.
Ну, посох.
Give up your spell.
Блин. Не работало.
You can know.
Что, винишко? Давай. Нет, не работает. И так ли атакую?
There's barely any alcohol left in the bottle.
Чего? Послать видение?
Struggle is much more rather.
Блин, что делать с тобой?
Struggle is more rather.
У меня есть только посох. Я могу тебя только посохом тыкнуть.
You have won. You have defeated me. You've destroyed the greatest temple the world has ever seen. Death will now rain down on the troops. No one will survive to tell of your terrible deed. Soon, none of what you've done will count for anything. You must be proud of yourself, for you have won. You've defeated me. Only no one will remember.
Ой, эльфиков побили. Погоди, а я выжила, что ли? Ну, малакеры. Даже камнем ногу не придавила, вообще прекрасно. Посох. Соника убили.
He's here.
Help.
Может быть... Жизнь страхована, бояться нечего.
I'm wounded. Please.
У меня есть бинт.
The bandage is all that I have.
Ну, хоть что-то. Ну, а чё нет-то? Прикольно. А перевязать не? Вот надо сверху положить, как подорожник, да? Блин. Воу-воу-воу-воу! Эй! Это чё за покемон?
Quick, take my hand.
And then, suddenly, everything was quiet. It was as though Satinav had played a prank and stopped time. An almost endless moment in which Sadja and the Adept just stared at each other. He didn't understand that his rescuing hand was more terrible to her than 1,000 demon tentacles could have ever been. The final admission of her ghastly failure. Suddenly, Satinav snapped his fingers again, and life continued.
Он самый.
As he pulled her away, I heard her scream, "Leave me," she called. "Leave me. Take me back." And again, I can't leave him behind. Over and over, quieter and quieter, and ever farther away. It didn't take long, and they had disappeared. And that was that. I was right back where I started. Only one thing was different this time. This time, I was able to remember. Remember a princess who persevered in the face of the most impossible obstacles. It helped that the Gorian Desert is one of the most magical places known to this world. Several astral lines cross there, and I lay directly among them. I grew ever more powerful, and I practiced and practiced and practiced.
Ну, что еще делать-то? Только ботать.
After 400 years, I succeeded in refining my spell to the point where I finally found a way to permanently transform my body. I left the desert and set out for Draconia. I had to know what had happened to my princess after our separation. What happened to the only woman who was ever prepared to entrust her life to a shady, magical staff.
Глава 8.
Sadja failed in the Gorian desert.
Hollering is futile when you can't talk.
Сейчас я секундочку еще.
All I can hear is the...
Ладно, ты же кастовать
And
можешь.
she knew the name
That
of the
won't
Gin
break
of
so-
Time. Garon, can you hear me? I think I've solved the riddle. It's a little complicated. There are so many little pieces. There's only one thing missing. And then we can finally complete the story. Then I'll ask the staff to change you back. I promise. Can you do me one more favor first? Satya's ruby has a crack. You need to repair it. Can you do that for me?
Of course, yes. В рот вставляй. Ой.
Please, Garon, repair the ruby.
Ну я постараюсь.
Thank you. And now let me try something. I pray to the gods that I'm not mistaken. Vedan faskedan, esplastequatan, humurilor gras, ferogoran, hilbemutir gerol falan, untir quatan feluntir sodan. Garon, if so, then you should be able. Please give me a sign that it worked.
Ага, ща. А что активировать? Ага.
I was right. Thank you. Thank you, Garon. Oh, you're probably wondering where you are. The staff created this place, a burial chamber of a mogul in the middle of the Andergastrian forest. Isn't that impressive?
Leave the mask and come to me.
He's here. I'll be right back.
Ryder. Ryder!
No.
When I get left behind again. Nuri.
Nuri.
Satya spelled.
А где Нури? Кто-нибудь ее видит?
I now know that they can see, but it won't do them in.
Nuri.
I can't reach it.
Ну, это очевидно.
No, I'll leave it like... I'm cold. I wish someone would... Satya's spell doesn't work. No, I'll leave it like... I'm cold. I'm not thirsty, right? All I can hear is the... As the stone... I still don't... All I can... They're too far away, but they... I now know that they can... But it won't do... Satya's... No, I'll leave it like... I'll try to send Nuri a vision.
Точно. Единственное, она нас не помнит. Я не знаю, как бы, вернется ли она. Может, они через 400 лет обретут тело? Кто же узнает?
She could see the brook from the air, but there are too many others. She wouldn't...
Значит, это не работает. Хорошо, давайте еще попробуем. Входим в гробницу. На вершину.
I could send Nuri to the mountain, but what then?
Хорошо.
I can send Nuri to the mountain and then have her follow the course of the brook from there. But how would she...
Костер. Думаю, костер-то она видит.
That's it. I'll send Nuri to the mountain. I hope it works.
Ну, прилетела. О, нет!
Thank the gods. I'm starting to remember something.
Она не помнит.
I know how I can transform myself back. All right, here we go. No, the mask doesn't have enough power left to change me back. It was all for nothing.
Ну, может быть, можно
That won't
расколдовать
do any
Нури.
good. I don't know how much astral energy is in the mask. I better take care of myself first.
Ну, можно хотя бы...
I'm too weak. The mask doesn't have enough power.
Накопитель. Нури. Ты можешь повесить на меня его? Ага, правильно. Все верно. Ага, спасибо. Так, теперь нужно... Да... Какие... или типа уже все сработает сейчас, если я сейчас сделаю. О!
Oh, finally. Fi, is everything all right?
Oh, yes. My stiff old bones haven't felt this young in ages.
Thanks, Nuri.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter now. Will you promise to wait for me here?
All right.
I'll be right back.
Блин, она нас не помнит.
It's been 450 years since I, a talking staff with no memories, kindled the light in my prison and saw a strange woman who would change my life forever. Her story began in this chamber, and between these walls we will end it together. Merhaba, Geron. Welcome.
You were able to free yourself.
What does all this mean? Where are we?
Ask him.
Indeed. Ask me. You should know that I've waited a long time for this day, and would not like to wait much longer. But if you have a great many questions...
What's going to happen here?
So you still haven't figured out why I sent you my memories? Why you're here?
Давай, короче, все.
I am here because Fahi promised to change Nuri back into a fairy if I helped him with a little riddle. No one said anything about ensouled magic staves, flying fortresses, and strange dreams.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Ha!
You laugh, but I wouldn't have believed that one day someone would rescue me from my dungeon, that I was to climb mountains without legs and wrestle without arms with demons. I would have laughed if someone had told me a princess will appear to you and, despite your strange form, show you the greatest wonders of the world. Oh, how I would have laughed!
Okay, but that doesn't explain why we're here.
You know that Sadia and I were separated. Our golden time together came to an end when I finally found a way to leave the Gorian desert. Centuries had passed. I wanted to know if Sadia had done it. If she had become the great heroine she always wanted to be. I wanted to hear how her name was whispered in the streets in awe. Sadia al-Kabir, Sadia the Great, the heroine who once... But no one had ever heard of her. So I continued and expanded my search. I wanted to know what happened to her after our separation. I followed her trail back to Draconia. I found the Adept's journal and the Djinn of Times' mask. But Sadia's real fate remained a mystery to me. Finally, I met Fahi and asked him to bring me here. A man named Ulrich had taken her ruby from Draconia and brought it to Undergast. He sought the mask in order to bring back his deceased wife, but he found only the gemstone.
Is all this really important?
Why did you need the ruby? Why the mask? Why all of this?
I wanted to bring together all the relics surrounding Sadia's disappearance and finally understand what happened to her. At least I would know what happened to her. She deserved that. There was only one problem. I'm terrible at riddles. That's why I needed experts to help me. Who could understand every detail, who could be prepared for today.
Prepared? To do what?
To be able to tell Sadia's tale to the end without making a mistake.
Does it matter how she died? She's dead. We can't change that.
You're
А
wrong.
тут ты не прав.
You will determine what happened to her.
I don't understand.
The Garden of Oblivion, Geron. I read the journal to the end. After her return, Sadia went into the Garden of Oblivion and never came out again. Nothing that happens in the garden has actually happened until someone talks about it. Outside the garden.
And since Sadia has been forgotten since that day, her fate has never been told, and thus never completed.
Ну, это
I
ясно.
see.
If we tell the end of Sajja's adventures in the garden, then the story becomes true.
And if we're mistaken,
Satinav's invisible hand will punish us for our sacrilege.
I think I've explained enough about our wondrous meeting.
Are you ready, Garon?
Just a moment. What's Fahi's role in all this?
Fahi is a man of many talents. He has a feeling for tales, and he's good at solving riddles. In addition, he had a wagon and a tent in which I could hide on my long journey. He is helping me solve the riddle, and in return, I protect his business from looters. That is our agreement.
So he's actually harmless.
Fahi is the most harmless man I've ever met in my 3,000 years. I was sorry to petrify him, but it was...
Не знаю, надо бы сохраниться, как дадут.
Why are you here? Sadia's story doesn't have...
Garon, there's nothing left for me here. I'm a deserter. My own comrades are hunting me. Please, even if you still...
I'm sure everything...
The world will never be as...
What if one of us ends Sadia's story and is wrong?
If Satinav learns that the tale we tell can't possibly be true, then he'll make it unhappen and declare the teller guilty of sacrilege.
Don't worry, Garon. We won't make a mistake. I've thought everything through very carefully.
At the waterfall you...
And I will.
Okay.
What about the inscription?
You mean the stone and the scarab? Fahi believes that the inscription is the key to everything. But as apt as his intuition may be, in this case he's mistaken. The riddle is apparently only a strange jotting on the margins, a random blemish on an otherwise monumental painting. There's nothing else to say about it. Sajja was taken to the burial chamber to read trivial inscriptions, and as proud as she was, she refused, that's all.
All right.
Then put the mask on the bust of my old master and let us begin.
Сохранимся, пока нам дают такую возможность. Хотя мне кажется, что концовка здесь одна.
Thank you, Garon. Are you ready now?
Yes.
Нет, с чего бы вдруг.
Let's get this over with.
Отличный ответ.
Thank you, Garon.
Which of you will now step forward and tell the story to its end?
Конечно, а посох?
If Sadia's fate is so important...
If I were the right person, but I'm only a fool. No, so it was in...
Тогда Брида.
If it's so important to you, then you've...
Thanks, Garon.
Very well. I'll now tell you of Sajja's passage into the garden, as it is written in
Маска
the
без
Depths
табуретки не
Journal.
будет работать. Он сам как
At the
табуретки.
end, you must tell me how the story ends. After her return from the battlefield, Sajja was only a shadow of herself. She had seen the horrors of the Nether Hells, an ocean of destruction and death. She was the only survivor, but the rest of the world did not care. Sajja's great dream had failed. She wandered the halls of Draconia like a ghost. She didn't eat, and she only slept when exhaustion forced her to. On the fourth day, a young adept saw her at the threshold to the portal. He asked her where she was going. It was cold in the mountains, and she could have become lost, whereupon she answered,
I'm going to the garden to break my being.
The boy immediately ran to the air adept, but help arrived too late. When they entered the garden, all that they found was the mask and Sajja's ruby next to it. There was no sign of her. Out of fear of challenging Satinav, it was decided that they would forget the incident. No one was allowed to speculate about what had happened on that day. The mask and the ruby were taken to Draconia. The garden was sealed, and Sajja's fate was forgotten. Until today. Are you sure you don't want to finish the tale, Garon?
Да, да, это важно.
I'm sure.
Then I'll do it. Sajja entered the garden. She had the mask, and she remembered the name of the Djinn of Time.
Я ей
She had
доверяю.
come to destroy her consciousness. And there was only one way to do that.
Вот, табуреточку нашли.
Read the magic spell inside, put it on, and destroyed her memory. Then she disappeared into the depths of the garden like a soulless waif.
Ой,
and
блин,
was
что-то
never
мне не
seen
нравится, как
again.
она рассказывает.
It is done. I had always hoped it would be otherwise. But I was mistaken.
Are you crying?
Of course I'm crying. My princess just died.
Блин, нет, мне не нравится.
I guess that's it then. That was the end just now, wasn't it?
Yes.
No. Since Sadia used the mask, her memories are now in the mask. And thus, the true name of the Djinn of Time.
What are you doing?
Ой, не, женщина, стой! Женщина!
Il bemotir kerul falan, juntir katan filontir sodan.
Ah, I've been awakened.
The Djinn of Time.
Tell me, child, what is your wish?
I'm sorry, Garon, but there's nothing left for me in this time.
Нет.
As if there had ever been anything for me here. There are no heroic
Делай
princesses, no ancient tombs, no flying fortresses. Only endless honor guards, latrine duty, one triviality after another. When was the golden age lost? When princesses still dreamed of battles and the world was
Они
filled
хотят,
with magic.
хоть с ними
I
местами
wish it was all as
поменяться.
it used
Я
to
надеюсь,
be.
что только
Your
поменяться
wish
местами.
is my command.
Bryda.
The girl is now gone. Her longing now rules over her existence. It is my task to fulfill that longing.
Ой, мать.
To extinguish the grey present and bring the past to life again.
Чё-то не очень.
Oh no. Before it, what did she do?
Garon, come quickly.
А посох, посох.
Not yet. The Djinn of Time.
Garon, I've been thinking.
That's nice, but it won't. Bryda told Sadia she had Sadia put on the mask and draw in the Garden of Oblivion, and she read out Sadia's memories with the root. And now she's
Calm yourself.
I'm supposed to. We have to do something.
You're right, and we can only do something if we prove that Bryda was wrong. You forget that there's still a part of the riddle we have not solved.
The scarab? As if a pointless riddle could save us all.
Do you have a better idea? Look around. We're in a copy of the burial chamber. Perhaps you'll find the crucial clue somewhere.
Подсказку.
Whatever happened?
I will. Flying is fun.
Бонни, сейчас тебя убью.
All I can hear is the crackle of the fire. That won't do it.
Рубин. Может, рубин туда?
I should show it to
Угу. Фахи, фахи. Хотели как лучше, а получилось, блин, как всегда.
All I found was the ruby. Give it to me. Giacomo Nauta told me you were an amateur mage. Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, I can also do a bit of magic. If I hold something in my hand, I can catch a glimpse of its past. That was the main reason the staff chose me as his companion, you see. Now, Let's see what story this stone tells.
Могло быть еще хуже. Заспойлерил, что ли?
When the ruby was found after Sadia's disappearance in the garden, it had a crack. And the reversal spell the Ore Adept had woven into it had vanished utterly. The mages had to reapply it completely. But there's more. I see a palace garden, and in it, 2 children.
Что, простите?
This is a brooch from Mangilla. My father gave it to me. Oh, can I see? There. And here, a ruby from the dwarf tunnels in the brazen sword. It's so beautiful. When I'm Caliph, I'll have all the treasures in Avestan gathered in my palace. Fazar will be more radiant than in the times of the great Moguls. My subjects will lie at my feet for all eternity. You'll be a good ruler, Cassim. All the history books will tell of you.
Ha! Do you see the sign on my arm? It's the calligraphy of my sovereignty, the sign of my dynasty. The whole world will bow before this symbol. There are great times ahead of us, Sadia. Truly great times.
I see a prince and a princess playing together. He's trying to impress her. What could this mean?
So Sadia and the prince really were siblings?
Wait. There's more. Something's happening. A palace guard arrives.
Let me go! You're so pathetic. Isn't that how you like to be treated? Like the dog that you are.
At least I have my own teeth.
You please me, Sadia, more than I had hoped.
The prince is tormenting the princess. The guard holds her tight. She's at his mercy. But why?
Maybe there was no reason, and she was punished unjustly.
They finally let her go. She remains alone in the courtyard.
Really? What are you doing? Are you tattooing yourself?
I'm writing my own dynasty.
Do you even know what the word means? Dynasty? You can't simply write greatness into your blood. You're either born with it or not.
I'll prove it to you.
Do you think you could ever be greater than I? You're amusing. Guards! Throw her back into the gutter where you found her. I'm done having my fun with her. Then fetch me a new girl.
Sadia wasn't a princess at all. She was only a poor girl from the streets.
So what?
I don't know, but...
What's so funny?
Don't you understand? The solution to the riddle. Sadia's words outside the burial chamber. It was so obvious all along.
Не понял.
I still don't understand.
Why was Sadia taken into the burial chamber by the group of
Потому что она
heroes?
принцесса.
Because she was a princess. But she wasn't.
Yes, she merely claimed to be a princess. And as such, she was supposed to be able to decipher the ancient inscription.
But if she wasn't, how could she read it anyway?
You'll have to come up with the rest yourself.
Не
What
понимаю.
did Sadia's past have to do with a stone and a scarab?
Charon, the real riddle was never the inscription itself, but rather Remember, the mage asked, "What do you read?" And she answered, "I cannot tell you. It would change too much." Do I have to explain?
Ладно, я поняла.
We were fooling ourselves. Now, go into the burial, then everything.
Кому рассказать?
Ryder, or whoever you are, come out.
Why do you obstruct her wish? She's unhappy. She wishes to be back in a time where everything was still good. You, of all people, should understand that. But the ritual is all. A new ancient kingdom will...
Not if I can prove that Bryder was wrong. And
Ну,
she
тебя
was
же убьют.
indeed wrong.
Satya went into the garden, she took the mask, and she spoke the incantation. So did it happen, and so shall it remain.
It will. Listen, let me start. Satya entered the garden, she sat down and pulled out the mask. She looked into the mask. And spoke your name.
No. If she had a wish, she didn't want my power. That's why she read the...
Wait. She looked... and read...
Whereupon everything happened as...
Wait, I was mistaken. Satya looked into the mask... and despaired in herself and her inability.
Why should she despair? She had my promise of blessed oblivion. All she had to do was read the incantation.
No. I'm sorry, Bryder, but Satya wasn't as brilliant as you think. She felt persecuted and restless. She wanted to forget her own past and become someone else. She wasn't a princess, just a poor girl from the streets. And as such, she couldn't even read.
No.
Изи! Ну, ее же раскукожит.
Forgive me, Bryder.
Блин. Опять табуретки.
That's that then. The riddle is finally solved. Why such a long face, Charon?
Yes, my friend? What plagues you so?
Nothing. Why are you so happy anyway? Satya's fate proved to be false. You don't know any more now than you did before.
Very true. Very true. But perhaps not.
Oh, forget it. I'm sick of riddles.
Yes. Leave the day. Fulfill his wish. And let...
Yes. Traveling is nice. I want to go to the city.
Wait just a moment.
It's up to you, my friend. Do you want me to change her back? But I can only restore her body, not her memories.
Давайте уж совсем все плохо было.
Leave her. Her new life as a raven seems to make her happy.
So be it.
Потеряем двух тян, чё уж там.
And thus our time together.
Can I leave now too? I want to fly over.
Don't leave just yet. It's hard for me, but if you want to leave, then you can.
You still haven't told me who you are.
My name is Geron.
Hello, Geron. I am the Raven Nuri Dalinella Vanda, but you can call me Nuri.
Even if you've forgotten a lot, if you ever get tired of your travels, you'll always find a home with me.
That's nice. It is lovely to meet you, Geron.
Likewise. Farewell.
See you later.
Так, все, переигрываем, короче. Все фигня. Жизнь, боль.
And thus ends. Did you know that it would come to this? Oh, how can I know what you planned? Until today, I would have sworn that the mask destroyed you. But that's come. Now, just so I don't make a mistake, there are only two possibilities as to what could have happened to you back then. The first, the more, which leaves only the second. I mustn't make a mistake. Here we go. When Satya entered the garden, she had the mask with her. But no ruby. Yet, when the mask was found, there was a ruby beside it. Now, it may be that it was Sadja's ruby that was thrown into the garden earlier by the prince. But what if it was another? Oh dear. Oh dear. There's no going back now. Satinav! I say that there was not one, but 2 rubies. The real one was lost. The fake was taken from the garden by the mages and is now here in my hand. Sadja couldn't read, but with my mask she could do magic. She could turn plants to stone. She could turn people to stone. What is a ruby, if not just another stone? There. And now to you, my dear. You descended into the deepest tombs, and you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Charizard, your time has finally come.
Ладно, одну Тян спасли из 3. Хорошо. Ага. Я могу пропустить титры? Так. Попробуем спасти всех Тян. Тян не нужны, да? Так, ну что ж. Хорошо, давай, оденем маску на бюст.
Thank you, Geron. Are you ready now?
Yes.
А если я вот так скажу?
Ryder, let's go. Let him do this without...
I understand. But unlike...
Ryder.
Staff...
Very well. I'll now tell you of Sadja. Listen close. After her...
Бла-бла-бла. Мы это слышали, 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 слышали. Чу-чу-шу.
The mask until... Are you sure?
All right. Sadja entered the garden.
Она села.
She sat on the ground. She looked into the mask and turned all...
I don't think that Satinav...
But she was wearing the mask.
The air adepts just...
Stop fooling. I know what really... She read the magic spell. Then...
It is done.
Блин, нет.
Do it.
Oh no.
Все заново. Не-не-не. Короче, тут, видимо, один путь. Либо ты говоришь то же, что говорит Брида, либо ты говоришь, короче, неправильно, и она за тебя...
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get...
Thank you.
Which of you...
I'll do.
Very well. I'll now tell you of Sadja's and after her, she was Sadja's. She wandered. It's now up to you, Geron.
She took out the mask. She looked into the mask and
She read the magic spell.
Блин, она все равно за нас все заканчивает. Псевдовыбор, реально.
Oh no.
Давайте 3-й раз попробуем. Если нет, значит концовка одна все-таки. Тогда попробуем просто птицу обратить.
Let's get... I'll do.
After her, it's now up.
She took out. She And
She read the magic spell, memorized it.
Скотина!
oh no.
Garon? Search.
Потому что все равно не сработает. Solar Prominence, кстати, привет. Ну давай попробуем, ладно, раз ты говоришь, давай попробуем. Но мне кажется, будет такая же ерунда. Ну, как бы, попытка не пытка, если такая же ерунда, будет такая же ерунда.
Are you ready?
Let's... I'll...
After... It's now up to you, Garon.
She thought briefly and looked around.
Опять, либо она села, либо она достала маску.
Sat on the ground.
В общем...
Then she hesitated for a moment. She took out the mask. She
Выбор.
looked into the mask and...
She read the map. Then...
Ну, в общем...
Do it.
Без разницы.
Oh no.
Какой псевдовыбор. Ладно, а птицу мы сможем спасти, интересно? Ну вот, просто интересно.
All I found.
Give it.
This is a broad.
I see.
Они были друзьями.
Sadia and the prince were...
Wait.
Let me go.
The prince is the god, but...
Maybe she committed...
She... Sadia...
Ah...
Go to the gym, then every...
Все будет не очень хорошо. Ой-ой-ой-ой, ладно, да.
Right, let me start. She looked... and despaired in herself.
Why should she had my...
No. She couldn't do...
She had used it before.
She just...
Опа.
She had declared that she... How would she have done...
I don't know.
Only by reading the...
I'm sorry, Bryda.
That's that?
Давай.
I fought so hard for it. I want everything to be...
So be it.
Может, мы ей дадим амулетик, и она станет как прежде. Ой!
It is done.
Но она все равно его не помнит.
Nuri, can you hear me?
Who are you, man? Ты кто?
What's going on? Who are you?
My name is Garon. How do you feel?
Strange. I'm cold. What happened?
Come to the fire and rest. Then I'll tell you everything. Who you are, where you come from, and what wonderful adventures the two of us have had.
Adventures?
It all began last autumn. Crows had attacked the royal palace, and King Everden asked me to come up with a way to stop the plague. My search led me to a strange cave near a waterfall.
Сойдет, мяу-мяу. Лучше такая, чем никакой.
And thus ends the tale. Did you know that... Oh, until today... Now, there are only the first, which leaves... I mustn't make a mistake.
Here we go. When Sajid... Yes. No. But what if... Oh dear. There's no code. Satina... I say that the real one was locked. The fake was... Sajid could... She could turn... What if... There.
И еще разок это.
You descended into the deepest tombs. And you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Charizard, your time has finally come.
Ну и теперь и титры. Так, меня интересует кое-что. Вот, мы прошли эту игру. Да, GG. Такие повороты сюжета в конце. Необычные, я бы сказала. Псевдовыбор, конечно, заставил нас немного помучиться. -1 вместо доказательной списка. Да, -1. Мы прям как ровненько успели, да? С вами. Русские переводчики там где-то зависли в конце. Тут еще есть дополнительно за картиночки, да? И достижения. Закрытый контент. И все ролики, видимо, да? Да. Ну, мы смотрели все ролики, хорошо. Все. На сегодня тогда мы заканчиваем наш стрим, потому что уже время подходит. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел, кто досмотрел. Тау-тау, ты как обычно. Тау-тау, господи. У нас даже... Ладно, Тау-тау, может быть, для тебя мы сейчас найдем финальный ролик, и ты его посмотришь.
You descended into the deepest tombs. And you climbed the highest mountains. You danced with wind spirits and wrestled with demons. Abandoned by the gods, forgotten by time. Charizard, your time has finally come.
Ладно, спокойной ночи, привет и до свидания. Ладно, до следующего стрима.